Welcome to the team, Robot Buddy the Second. It's Rimworld. Welcome back. Today is a glorious day indeed. Fabrication has finally shown up in the research options. So before we do anything else, I'm gonna slam that button and see it in 4,000 points of research. Get thinking immediately. Please? Thanks, Hawks. At least one of you knows what you're up to. Today, remodeling, fabrication, components, all of that good stuff. Once fabrication unlocks, we're going to be able to turn a lot of this steel into components, which is fantastic news, because that bottleneck is finally over. Fabrication, bit of remodeling, and then we just go from there. But once fabrication is on deck, it's go time, and we can finally start, making some interesting changes to things around here. We've got to make, what would you call them? Holding pets? They're not really pens. We'll call them... No, I don't like rooms. We'll call them... I'm going to be here all day. I'm just going to call them places. Holding places for our component... wow, I've just got components on the mind. Holding places for our anomaly subjects, such as this shambler. This weirdly smiling shambler. That's not creepy. Who we're currently keeping in the garage. What else? I think we are probably past houses a little bit at this point. I'm not too sure what it is I want to do about that yet, but it's taking up a lot of space, and honestly, I don't really know that I'm a fan of how it looks. It kind of looks like a really manufactured housing estate in Colchester or something. So I don't know what the end goal of the housing modeling situation is going to look like, but it's going to change. We need to change the power. Yes, in fact, let's put that on the list. Change where the power is. Sure. I actually think that might be the first thing we do today. One thing that is going to kind of make a bit of a decision for us insofar as where the power ends up living is where the oil is. I have got Rimfeller installed, and I would like to use Rimfeller primarily for chem fuel, for the vehicles that we've got, and also, honestly, the large chem fuel power plant there kind of like solves mid-game power issues that we are eventually going to run into. I just really like Rimfeller. I think it's quite a unique mod. I know there's a vanilla chem fuel expanded that does some similar stuff, but I'm a Rimfeller guy, so Rimfeller is what I'm going to be using. In order to make use of Rimfeller, we actually need to know where the oil is, and in order to know where the oil is, we need one of these resource consoles, and in order to build a resource console, that's right, you guessed it, we need components. As excited as I am to get after it on things, I think ultimately what we need is fabrication completed, then we can make an assessment on what's where and how and why, and then we can just get after it. All we're waiting for now is number to go up, and they've already made about, 25% of the progress, which is pretty good considering it's been less than an evening. Hazel is basically useless to us at the moment. They've just entered another daze as a result of that psychite addiction. I was thinking of maybe catching them once they'd came out of their last little daze, and then letting them have a little bit of psychite, and I kind of forgot. So Hazel just continues to suffer. At least Hazel's wearing some clothes now, so, it's not all bad, is it? And at least you've got the nature and a squirrel friend and a ground runner friend, so actually, you might be in a daze, Hazel, but to me, I think you're doing okay. We did finish the implantation of making Megiri and Hexpop here, kinda. We've gone one further than we did with Poison. They're also going to have weak melee damage and be slow shooters, so really, they've got to be kind, because that's just what happens when you raid us. We're not monsters. We haven't genetically changed the personality of these people because we wanted to. We genetically changed the personality of these people because we needed to. It's about time, as well, that we also put down a quarry. We've effectively removed all stone blocks, stone chunks, rather, from this map and turned them into stone blocks. If we want to continue to have access to stone blocks, we're going to need a quarry. Kind of earmarked this place for such a thing because, well, it'll give us the granite and the marble. Does also mean, though, that we're going to want to move our stone cutting operation a bit further down here too, which is, you know, that's fine. Don't mind doing that. And with the power of blueprints, it's super easy. You know what? Let's just co-op this building, I suppose. Yeah, that'll be nice, wouldn't it? Whilst our new stone cutting operation is basically finished, we just need to start shifting things over here from the old place, Ethel proposed a lifelong commitment to Nacho, and Nacho agreed, and the two are now engaged. So at some point, that's going to happen. And I'm fine with this. Honestly, it'll give Ethel and Nacho a bit of a mood boost. I wonder how it happened. Oh, good grief. Well, at least it happened appropriately, comparative to talking about, what was it, cannibals and... I mean, I'm not going to read that out. Nevertheless, it happened appropriately, and that's what's important. A secret complex examination. 7 colonists to get some information about the Darklands. Where are we at with the Darklands as it goes? 3 of 5, yeah, because we keep failing with tribals, don't we? Yeah, this is the one that needs 10 colonists, and then this one needs 7. You know, given the fact that we've got a bunch of idle folk right now, we'll get after this. Wow, what a place to park. Really? Alright then. We're going to need someone that can hack terminals. Maybe 2 people that can hack terminals. So I think Hawks and Kerwin can join us on this little venture. You know what? We'll bring Kalani. Riyadh. Ethel's not been out in a while. Maybe we don't bring Kalani in case... Well, no, we'll be fine. That's 6. And then, I don't know. I don't really want to bring Hazel because they might break down on us. We'll bring Athos. There we are. Get yourselves in that shuttle and we'll get going. And our ragtag crew has arrived as they... bust out of the clown car here, so it looks like Ethel's in charge, which is fine by me. Let's get straight to it. You know what we could do, Kalani? Why don't you go? Well, one moment. Fabrication is finished. We'll amazingly we'll have to come back to that once we've dealt with this little quest here. Yes, what was I saying, Kalani? Why don't you go and do some of the old exploration, whilst the rest of the team take care of business inside the actual complex. So you never know what we might find out here. And Ethel can lead the charge. There we go. Okay, our first terminal. Nice. Roof collapse. What roof? This roof. Fortunately, no one was hurt. Because I keep removing buildings before removing the roof. So I'm not the smartest cookie. So we can pretend it didn't happen. Ah, hello. An animalisk, a Militor, a dagger snout, and a Draenor. What is a Draenor larva? Mostly harmless, cat-sized lepidopteran with brightly coloured wings. Okay, it's a caterpillar. We've found a caterpillar. What's a dagger snout? I'm sure we've seen one of these before. Fast insect-like combat mechanoid, sharp blade. Yeah, sure. And then a Militor. That's fine. And an animalisk is a spider. Great. Don't want to see that. Thanks. I'm all right for spiders. Well done. I think Athos, Priad, and Ethel can probably take this, especially considering the bugs are actually getting fought by the... Right, go in, go in, go in. Leave Ethel in there by himself. Well, this is a melee... Oh, okay, fine. Great. I don't know why I was worried for a split second there, but I was. Let's just make sure that thing doesn't get back up. Cheers. Aha, more. Let's get Ethel in on that thing. The power. And Hawks has actually finished hacking that terminal, which is great news. Go and hack that one immediately. And you've actually managed to break that wall down, Kerwin. I'm so proud of you. Your accomplishments. Oh, and Ethel's down in 10 hours, 22 hours. Okay, that's not great. Could you, you tend Ethel. Oh, wow, I wasn't expecting him to go down, but he did. I think we'll finish exploring. Oh, what's this? Neural computation. Hey, that's a good find. And some penoxycycline. I'm always a fan of penoxycycline whenever I see it. Cohen, you hack this guy. Oh, okay, that's fine. That's exactly that there. That there is exactly why we blew this hole open. And now we wait. How's Aethel doing? 16 hours. Priad saved his life. What a gentleman. What a scholar. Right, Aethel's actually going to be fine now, Priad. So, could you carry him? And then get both of yourselves in that shuttle. And that's us. That's us done. Kalani, did you find anything? You found a bed. I've completely forgot that I'd set Kalani about exploring. Do you know? Just don't worry about it. Let's just go home. We already got some decent loot from this endeavour. And there it is. Quest completed. That's 4 bits of information about the Darklands. And our quarry's almost finished as well, which is great news. And we've just left Aethel. Well, he's not bleeding out anymore. He's all, you know, healed up. His brain did take a permanent gunshot injury from that fight with the mechanoids there, which ain't fun. But we can't just leave him lying there next to the sewage outlet. That wouldn't be very pleasant of us at all. Poor guy gets a permanent brain injury and then just gets dumped out by the sewage. I reckon it was Kalani that did that. At least you're both fine, right? Yeah, Priad's actually completely fine, but yeah, the permanent gunshot injury is not the most fun thing in the world, because that means that Aethel's just, you know, going to constantly be in pain, and his brain's already operating at half efficiency, which kind of sucks. Oof. Not the best way to be. We also managed to find some bioferrite in that ruin. What could we use that for again? There was a reason I wanted bioferrite. Ah, yes, the flamethrower on the Hellcat rifle. So can you reload the Hellcat rifle? There we go. How much does that actually cost? Don't mind Kerwin Hawks. Okay, it only costs 20 actually. That's pretty good. And there we have, at long last, an assembly bench. Look at all of these components we can make. It's amazing. Okay, let me just... what, a medical emergency? Oh, you know, you've got that life-threatening psychite dependency because you're one of these. No, one of these. You literally need psychite to stay alive. Well, we're not in the business of letting you die. That's for certain. Have some flake. Prioritize taking to operate. Deliver the flake. You're gonna be fine. We can give you some drugs. Anyway, where was I? Ah, yes. Fabrication. Yeah, I need to quickly manage this so we don't just make all of the components. Okay, I'm actually going to check components off. Now that that's all taken care of. What a struggle that's been, though, huh? But hey, the struggle is over, and components are on the menu. Next on the agenda is going to be a major break risk. Why are you... Oh, right, it's Hazel. Yes, you've got that addiction. I don't know if... Oh, do you know what, Hazel? I'll tell you what. Go and have a treat. Have some flake. Give you the nice stuff. Poison's fine. She's high on flake. Good thing we kept these drugs around. That at least you're taking it in a medical setting. That's what's important. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do about the antibiotics addiction. There you go. High on flake, 4 hours. A euphoric, debilitating high. Probably should just take some antibiotics too, actually. Gonna need to find a weapon for Hazel. If he's going to be taking up things that make him more effective at combat, then yeah. Where was I? Ah, yes. Oil. Now that we've built the resource console here, we should be able to see where the oil lives. And, cause all of it's outside of our... Oh, actually, this is going to be fine. Because of that beautiful little connection that it's got there. Great news. So, that actually means that our power supply, or power station, power stuff, is going to go up here. Which also necessitates an expansion on this wall, which is going to be a little bit fiddly. Cave world tender named Coconovo is crashing in a transport pod nearby, and if she survives, she'll be badly wounded. They're from the toxic community. It's a charity incident, so we're going to have to save her, if it's all possible. How you doing? You alright? You're an impid? I see. Tell you what we'll do, Coconovo. We're going to rescue you and put you in prison. Because if you're from the toxic community, we know you. We're aware of your existence in such a way that makes us less enthusiastic about anything to do with you, and more the fact that, quite clearly, you're one of those people that needs to be made kind. Nacho, would you like to capture Coconovo? You know what? Actually, now that I think about it a little bit further, we're going to let Poison go. We've gotten everything that we need from Poison at this point, and I think she's served her sentence. I'm not sure how long she's been a prisoner, but it's been a while, and her sentence has been served. So you know what? Clav, let's not strip her, that'd be weird. Release poison into the wide world. Prioritize releasing, there we go. Frees up a bed, you see. How are we getting on with the... Well, we're not. Nacho, what the frickin' hell? Come on. Oh, good grief, they're pregnant too? I don't know about that. I think we're just going to heal this person and release them. I don't want to deal with another baby, especially when it's not one of ours. Yeah, I think you've landed in the right place, Kokonova. We'll give you that much. We will spin you up a make kind, and then we'll let you go. And look at that. Kalani's on the job. You're going to be fine. Charity has been fulfilled. At the moment, our two best crafters, and the two that will be responsible for providing us with so many components, Huckett and... who else was it again? It was Clav, who has 3 crafting, so it's predominantly going to be Huckett, let's be honest. Which isn't super excellent, because what that actually means is Huckett's also really good at constructing and mining, and that means that, yeah, we lose out on Huckett for projects such as this ludicrous wall, or the quarry, such as it were. Hey, we've already started to see some bits in here, that's great news. But look at this. The components are a-coming. Alright, Clav, your job is to make Kokonovo think good, which you immediately do. Outstanding achievement in everything and anything to do with the conversion stick. Troll Pants, your job... Oh, wait, it's going to be Zari. Zari's going to do it. But Zari's job is to make Kokonovo kind. I promise you landed in a good place. We're going to look after you. You're going to be fine. Now that we've got those components coming in as well, we're going to whip up a shield belt. Well, 2 shield belts, 3 shield belts for Aethel, Nacho, and Zari. And probably go about getting some flak vests for folks as well. That might not be a bad idea, you know. We'll get a mech commander helmet for Hawks as well. We could even look at making him a prosthetic leg instead of that peg leg that Zari's got. But I mean, if we did that, then would Zari be living their best life with their eye patch and peg leg on a quest to find the One Piece, maybe? Zari, is that what's going on here? We need to get you a straw hat. That's what I'm saying. Aethel's fully healed now. But, I mean, first of all, Aethel, you don't need an ammo pack, good buddy. You don't use a gun. Second of all, though, let's take a look at your health. What's going on with these injuries? I mean, the alcohol doesn't help, but your spine was shot by hawks. Intended for Tyro Kite. I guess that was when we were raided or something. They've been shot in the spine, you've been shot in the brain. And as a result of that, yeah, your brain, your consciousness is really low because of the brain injury, which affects your moving, which affects your... Oh, no, it's just the... Oh, wait, no, yeah, this is a bad injury. You've basically operating at half effectiveness. We're gonna fix you, I promise, and maybe stop you wearing that blouse one day too. But hey, if you like that blouse, then who am I to judge, you know? And our first shield belt is complete. So, you know what, Aethel? I'm actually going to give that to you because I feel quite bad for the sheer amount of pain that you must be in right now and the fact that, you know, you're at half consciousness. You could probably do with a little bit more protection under the circumstances. So there you go. You are now shielded and feeling much better about things, I'm sure. I don't even know where we'd begin. We've got the technology hidden away in the tech tree for a bit of brain rewiring and things like that, but the question ultimately is when is it going to show up? And right now we're rolling with manufacturing for no reason other than it was there and sounded interesting. We may have lost Huckett to craft. Why are you in a daze again? Psychite addiction again? Are you kidding? You had some like just the other day. Oh, I don't understand. Why are you so addicted to the psychite? You nuisance. Well, it's not like you do much anyway, really, is it, Hazel? Let's be honest with you. You're a bit useless. Well, you're incompetent. There we go. So I guess just having you wandering around, not really doing anything and staying out of the way is probably fine. We'll go with that. That's what we'll go with. Kokonova is available and ready to be released now, I think. Yeah, they're no longer capable of walking. So, you know what? See you later. Thank you for stopping by. Pants, would you like to... No? Oh, okay, Hawks is there. We go. See you later. You landed in the right place. You came here You were healed, you had your personality changed by your genetic code, and now you think that the remnants are correct. Go back to the toxic community and tell them of all of the things that you've learnt and why they really shouldn't come here. Speaking of genetics, a gene trader has just shown up. Clav, would you kindly call the Deep Export Company, see what they've got for us? Not a tremendous amount of anything super interesting here. They did come with a nice amount of components and two advanced components, but hey, that's better than none. One of these does stand out though, which is duelist. Carriers of this gene have improved reflexes and deft hand-eye coordination, making them fearsome opponents in melee engagements. Melee dodge and hit chance up by a fair amount, or a -2 metabolic efficiency. I think we'll pick duelist up. What a great time to have a party, and what a good place to have a party. They're actually not just in someone's house for a change, although I guess there's a justification for having a party in a house. I kind of hope Kerwin doesn't attend, because I feel like they'll all be really mean to Kerwin, due to the fact that, well, you know, let's say Priad, for example, hates Kerwin because they're disfigured and physically unsighted. Kerwin has shown up. I'm so sorry about what's about to happen, Kerwin. Zari discussed the topic of the relationship between sexual morality and the scale of the universe with Kerwin. So, I've actually stayed away from the insults and just gone with the big thoughts. And I think that's nice. It's important to have the big thoughts. You know? Mountain. Whale. And Zari's all in on this, like, deep stuff. You know, Zari and Prad shared views on Death's release. Oh, and pumpkins with Clav. You know, gotta keep things simple with Clav. That's understandable. At least they're enjoying themselves. What a weird bunch of people. Prisoners at Roreen are devising an escape plan. If you choose to help, they will join us. Oh, I don't really want them to join us. Although rescuing the prisoners does sound like... Well, the classic clue are our friends. Surely the prisoners are there for a good reason. The classic crew wouldn't, you know... They're a civil xenohuman union. Their leader is tourism. Surely they wouldn't keep prisoners for bad reasons. So we'll leave that be. It's primarily because of the fact that we believe that classic crew are good people and not because we don't want more people joining us. Thanks. First part of the wall extension up here has been completed, and we've got a bit more to do. I basically want to have it like 3 thick. Yeah, we'll go with that. One thing that's probably worth mentioning, though, is that even though Hookert's no longer constructing things as much as they are crafting things, Robot Buddy has absolutely picked up the slack. A huge chunk of this wall was built by Robot Buddy. And I think, actually, we should make another construction bot, because it's been really good. So, let's make a basic subcore, just the one for now, and then we'll make a constructoid. And I want to move this light as well, because it's irritating me that it's there. I don't like that it's there. Don't like that it's there at all. Probably look at like trying to clean up this pollution somehow too. A huge spider-like creature called a Feralisk wanders through this territory. It seems to be of much bigger size than usual and is carrying a clutch of eggs on its back. This sounds like a recipe for disaster if not dealt with quickly. Do you know something, game? I couldn't agree more, and I'm not going to stand for it for a single second. We're going to send Nacho, Kerwin, and Athos to deal with this particular piece of nonsense, so get after it. Oh, goodness gracious me, it's webbing us. Wow, what a stun. It's fine, Nacho can take the hits, so Kerwin doesn't have to. Where is Athos in all this, you might be asking? Athos, presently, is asleep. But it's fine, Nacho and Kerwin were able to deal with the problem. Thank you for your help, Athos. We couldn't have done that without you. Friggin' heavy sleeper. A bomb could go off next to Athos whilst they sleep, and they'd continue to do so. They can't be bothered to defend the colony mid-catnap either. That's not going to become a problem, ever. We built that mech commander helmet, and I think I said, oh, we should give it to Hawks, but Hawks isn't our mech commander. Huckett is our mech commander. So say hello to your new weird-looking helmet there, Huckett. Kinda glad we've got showing them turned off sometimes. I don't know what it is, actually. Helmets in games, I've always tend to switch them off. I prefer to see the faces of the characters and the hairstyles and all of the customization. And helmets and hats and things like that just never really look that great. And I mean, I'm talking in basically every single game I play. I turn that off. What a strange hang-up to have. I hope the world is about to become better for the fact that a brand new construction bot is going to be in it soon. Kind of cool, actually. And now the gestator is being loaded. And there we go. It's going to take 2 days until we've got a second constructor bot. That is actually quite cool. It's just in there. Being born. Still can't get over how weird this thing is. We'll find a new home for you soon, Fingerspike. And you, Smiley. Barney's just got themselves another psi power, Tree Sprout. And it kind of sounds interesting. Infuse a fertile area with potent life energy, causing it to sprout fully grown native trees. I want to see what this actually looks like. We'll have a quick look at Hawks really quickly before we do that, though. Hawks, let's grab Chaos Skip. Sure. All right, Kalani, wherefore art thou? You're busy researching. I don't mind that. Bring yourself down here. I want to see this forest that you're going to try and create. Let there be trees. Oh! Wow. That's kind of awesome. All right. Next up, crop burst then. It's a field of cotton. A really big field of cotton. Pretty big cooldown on that, 24 hours. That's brilliant. Wow. A group of pirates from the Puggers have arrived in transport pods nearby. They will prepare for a while and then attack. Let's take a look at what's going on here. The Puggers, you say? Oh my. Wow. What an impressive bunch. Hello. Battle rifles. Okay, let's actually just take a quick look at what we're dealing with. Semi-automatic rifles, bolt-action rifles, battle rifles, muskets. Well, they've really brought the noise here. They don't appear to be armoured, so that's good news. Yeah, they're a lot like us, I suppose. Question is, okay, they're going to prepare there. All right. Well then, we're not going to wait for you. We're just going to get in on you. Similar to what we did last time. We got attacked down the roadway here. These situations are exactly why we left these little gaps. Kind of wondering how we play this, to be honest. Actually, what I'm thinking of doing is we want to lure them in here, really, don't we? So... You okay there, Priyad? Yeah? Take a shot at Kate. Great. And now back up. I'm back in. Oh, come on, Priyad. Great shots. Oh, stop getting hit yourself, though. Okay, you're bleeding out in 12. Oh, great. Oh, no. Oops. Probably not the smartest play. What happened? First of all, okay, you haven't actually lost any limbs or anything. You're just bleeding out. And Kate here is responsible, I've decided. How do we rescue you? Barley. Or no, you know what? We're going to get Troll Pants up here. Let's go, let's go. Where are you? You are taking so long. Take your time, actually, Troll Pants. Who am I kidding? You need melee range for stabilize? You do. That's a damn shame. That's crawling to safety, though. You stabilize him? Oh. Troll Pants, what skills? What finesse? Alright, Kerwin, actually, your range ain't great. Huckett, it is your turn to do a bit of the old poke. Okay, they're beginning. Great. Nacho, we need you here. Here, in fact, yes. Now, how do we play this? In fact, Hawks, you probably want to be up here. Nacho's actually just drawing fire with the shield, and they're down straight away. That's great news. Okay, Nacho, you've got friend coming in on you here. Get in. Hawks. Do you, like... What if you berserked this guy? And stunned this one? You four need to shoot O'Donovan. What a successful mission so far. Stop. Burden, and then you four pop him. Great job. What a team. What a squad. Let's just pull you out of the line of fire. Who is this? Sharp Thighs. Sharp Thighs. Alright. Well, I say Nacho can get after them. The rest of you alright? Oh, great. Nacho. Nacho got put down. Hawk's going to make sure Nacho doesn't get captured for us. What happened? Hawk's been shot to death. They were fine. Shav's assault rifle bullet hit the wall. Shav sent a wild ricochet, piercing Hawks' brain. I don't believe that. A single shot destroyed Holy crap. Right. That's more like it. That is more like it. Bit of revenge there. Holy crap. What a way to lose Hawks. You know what, Nacho, we're not done yet. We're not done. There's another one there. Another one there. Go on, you've got to kill Kate. There you go. That's more like it. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Okay then. Since Hawks died, her titles will be transferred to her heirs. Her acolyte title will be inherited by Hookert on completion of a bestowing ceremony. Holy moly. Best failed. Hawks' Dame ceremony. Funeral opportunity. Acolyte ceremony. Yeah, okay. Sure. And Priyad's clothes need fixing. Great. But Priyad's fine, right? Yeah, Priyad's fine. Ah, I don't believe that. I should believe it. It happened to Mufus. A single bullet through the skull. Yeah, so the head and the skull took, what, half of their health, but it went through to the brain and just KO'd her. She's gone. One of the founding members died making sure that Shav, the sheriff, we should have just let him go. I genuinely thought they might try and capture Nacho. We should have just let him go. Oh, poor Hawks. Survived an entire assault against an alien home dimension. Was teleported to this planet. Started building a life. Had been here 88 days. And now they're gone. At least Fausto the Cave Explorer died happy, huh? Gonna have to give the poor woman a funeral, huh? I was being a bit too, shall we say, hopeful? We'll go with hopeful when I demolished the crematorium. Is everyone else actually okay? Well, Nacho, you're back on your feet, so you're fine. You didn't take any permanent injuries, did you? No. Sinatra just got shot in the leg. Brad got shot up a fair bit, but is actually okay. And so's Hooker, so, you know, at least that's something. Hawks might be gone, but new life? We'll call it life. Nice to have you here. And as Nacho puts the finishing touches on our crematorium, we'll say goodbye to Hawks. She was doing so well. A gathering to witness the cremation of our friend. 20 Jade. I think Jade is appropriate. Death as a path to dignity. And it was a good funeral. And we've been granted Hawks' Jade urn. The urn is engraved with an artwork of an enormous criminal completely encircling a township. The ground is coated in gore. The work has a glitch art feeling and a horizontal structure. This image relates to a raid on Hawks' town on the 6th of April, May, 5501. Put the urn in the sanctum. There we are. I'm genuinely shocked at that. Gotta be said. But hey, that's what happens. In other news, we've changed where the power is, so that's another one ticked off the list. I think this looks and feels a little bit better than the horrible little shack room, whatever you want to call it, that was once next to the hospital. It feels a bit more normal. What we will probably need to do, though, is make sure it's got a roof on here, which it currently doesn't, so it's a good thing I checked that, because it would have been a little bit unfortunate if it decided to start raining on all of this stuff, but hey. And we are remodeling the hospital quite substantially, might I add. Neural computation has shown up in our research here with a learning assistant and neural calculator. We might be able to use one of those to fix Ethel's brain, so that would be quite nice. Learning assistant Strengthens the formation of new memories and increases global learning factor. That's quite cool. And the neuro calculator just increases research speed. Interesting. I think maybe the learning assistant might be something that we could use on Aethel. Oh, I completely missed it, but Farley and Clav just got married. So ain't that something? They got married in Aethos' house. Even though there's a marriage spot. Right there. Ain't that something? Hawks might be gone, but life does continue. And Clav and Farley got married in Aethos' house, which is completely normal and not at all strange. I completely missed it because I was completely distracted by the hospital almost being completed once Robot Buddy's done with what they're doing here. It's taking a little while. Hey, Nacho, could you come and finish this door off? Thank you. And behold, our bigger and better hospital, which is why I missed the marriage, because I was distracted by having this be completed. But hey, it's completed now, and I'm pretty happy with it. I think there's more that we can do with it. But given the fact that, you know, part of the ideology is healthcare, hospitals are important to these people. God knows they've all spent enough time in this particular hospital, so having a bigger and fancier hospital kind of makes sense to me. And this is probably the most effort I've ever put into a hospital, truth be told. But yeah, I like it. I mean, it's missing hospital beds. There's way more that we can do once the research allows for it. But for now, I'm pretty happy with this. Pretty happy with how it's turned out. It also means that we can put a little bit of an extension on the laboratory right here. Although what that looks like, I'm not entirely sure. And I think we may end today with a proverbial passing of the torch, such as it were. Hawks may now be gone, but Huckett is the one that inherited the title and the psychic powers from this strange-looking gentleman. Hello, Anastasius. What are you? You're a regalid, I see now. That'll explain the horns and the weird demeanor you've got going on there, and all of the... Sure, anyway. Once again, we find ourselves closing things off as a weird ceremony goes on in the background. Losing Hawks like that was a horrible surprise. Yeah, I guess I can't really say much else beyond that, to be entirely honest with you. We have managed to accomplish a fair bit, though. You may notice on the left-hand side, we are now sitting on a comfortable... Oh, good grief. Right. Huckett started a fight with Artabas. Why? Artabas flagrantly disrespected Huckett's mother's accent, and this drove Huckett into a rage, and she began a fight. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, don't come in here and, you know, start insulting folk that you're supposed to be bestowing psychic powers onto and introducing into your empire, Artabas. You massive prick. Well, so much for ending things on a ceremony then, huh? Where was I before I got rudely interrupted by Huckett's mother being insulted? Ah, yes. What we've accomplished. We've changed where the power is, and we've now got a reliable source of components. So our next steps really are holding places for our anomalies, and I'm not too sure what that's going to be just yet. I've also made a start on, and they've nearly finished actually, expanding the wall up here as well, just like we did on the right-hand side there. Got plans for this area that I hope actually turn out to be pretty decent. For now, though, we will leave things there, kind of hoping that, you know, next time doesn't bring any horrible surprises like this time did, but we'll sharp find out, I'm sure. Thank you very much, as always, for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Until then, take care.